The ground lurched, a deep guttural roar ripped through the air. Buildings groaned, swayed, and then, with a sickening crunch, began to crumble. The earth, solid and immutable for millennia, was now a raging sea, tossing and turning with unimaginable force. Panic erupted, a primal scream against the deafening roar of the earth's fury. People stumbled, desperate to stay upright, their faces etched with terror as the world buckled around them. The air grew thick with dust, obscuring the sun and casting an eerie twilight over the ravaged landscape. Familiar landmarks, once symbols of stability and permanence, lay in ruins. Streets, once arteries of bustling life, were now treacherous chasms, choked with debris and echoing with the cries of the injured. The very foundations of civilization seemed to crack and splinter, swallowed by the earth's relentless tremors. The initial shock gave way to a chilling silence, a silence pregnant with fear and uncertainty. Then the cries for help began, piercing the stillness, a stark reminder of the human cost of this cataclysmic event. The earth had spoken, its voice a terrifying symphony of destruction, leaving behind a landscape scarred and broken, a testament to the awesome power of nature's fury. This was no ordinary earthquake. This was a megaquake, a seismic event of unprecedented scale, unleashing its wrath across continents, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. The world watched in horror as the news unfolded, the images of shattered cities and desperate survivors, a stark reminder of the fragility of human existence in the face of nature's raw power. The Earth's crust, fractured and disfigured, bore the deep scars of the megaquake. Fault lines, once hidden beneath the surface, now gaped open, monstrous wounds in the planet's skin. The landscape was forever altered, reshaped by the unimaginable forces that had been unleashed. Mountains crumbled, valleys widened, and coastlines were redrawn as the Earth convulsed and rearranged itself. The natural world, too, bore the brunt of the disaster. Forests were flattened, their ancient trees uprooted and tossed aside like matchsticks. Rivers changed course, their waters churning with mud and debris, overflowing their banks and inundating surrounding areas. Wildlife, caught in the maelstrom, perished in droves, their habitats decimated by the relentless tremors. The megaquake's impact extended far beyond the immediate zone of destruction. Tsunamis, triggered by the seismic upheaval, surged across oceans, engulfing coastal communities thousands of miles away. The waves, towering walls of water, crashed ashore with terrifying force, sweeping away homes, businesses, and entire towns in their relentless advance. The world watched in disbelief as the scale of the disaster unfolded. Satellite images revealed the extent of the devastation, a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet and the far-reaching consequences of such a cataclysmic event. The megaquake had left its mark, a scar across the land, a testament to the awesome power of nature's fury. The megaquake's impact reverberated far beyond the immediate disaster zone. The Earth's delicate balance, disrupted by the seismic shock, triggered a cascade of secondary effects that rippled across the globe. Volcanic eruptions, dormant for centuries, roared back to life, spewing ash and molten rock into the atmosphere. The air grew thick with particulate matter, dimming the sun and casting a pall over the planet. Weather patterns, too, were thrown into disarray. The jet stream, a river of air that circles the globe, shifted its course, causing extreme weather events in distant lands. Droughts intensified in some regions, while others were inundated by torrential rains and floods. The delicate balance of the global ecosystem, already strained by human activity, was further disrupted by the megaquake's aftershocks. The megaquake served as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet, how events in one corner of the world can have far-reaching consequences elsewhere. The global community, united in shock and concern, mobilized to provide aid and support to the affected regions. The disaster transcended national boundaries, highlighting the shared vulnerability of humanity in the face of such a cataclysmic event. The megaquake's impact extended beyond the physical realm, shaking the foundations of global stability. The interconnectedness of the modern world, with its intricate web of trade, communication, and transportation, was suddenly exposed as fragile and vulnerable. The disaster served as a wake-up call, a stark reminder of the need for international cooperation and preparedness in the face of such unprecedented challenges. The megaquake sent shockwaves through the global economy. The destruction of infrastructure, disruption of supply chains, and loss of human capital triggered a financial crisis of unprecedented scale. Stock markets plummeted as investors grappled with the uncertainty and the potential for long-term economic fallout. The immediate impact was felt most acutely in the affected regions. Businesses were destroyed, factories lay idle, and ports were crippled, halting the flow of goods and services. The loss of life and displacement of millions of people further compounded the economic devastation as communities struggled to cope with the scale of the disaster. The ripple effects of the economic crisis spread quickly, impacting even those regions spared from the direct physical devastation. The interconnectedness of the global economy meant that the disruption of supply chains in one region had cascading effects elsewhere. Manufacturing ground to a halt as factories awaited crucial components, while retailers faced shortages of essential goods. The megaquake served as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of the global economy to large-scale disasters. The intricate web of trade and finance, once a symbol of interconnectedness and progress, was now exposed as fragile and susceptible to disruption. The disaster highlighted the need for greater resilience and diversification in the global economic system to mitigate the impact of future shocks and ensure a more stable and sustainable future.